What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Now, today I'm going to have a little drink of Iron Brew before this video. It comes from Lidl, so hit them up because it tastes really good. So you may be wondering why I'm dressed like this, like in a sort of sweatshirt slash waistcoat looking like thing, and sort of like formal shirt. That is because I'm going to talk about my favourite sport, which is snooker. Now, I love this sport because it involves mathematics, and there's ways you can approach the game, like different angles, boom. But there's like different ways you can approach the game. So you can do like the stance. There's different stances, different sort of cue actions. Now mine is like sort of standard slash modern. So mine is sort of between the era of Steve Davis and the era of Judd Trump, Ronnie O'Sullivan. By the way, a Ronnie O'Sullivan video will follow this video, so watch out. But first, snooker is a game with 22 balls, and this is including the cue ball, and you've got to put like the reds, then a colour in order. So like you go red, black, do that 15 times. Then you got like the colours, you go down to the black and you're on a 147. Hit the black and you've made a 147, and congratulations to you. But snooker is not about making 147s though. I mean, well it is, but it's all about making breaks that would win you the frame, like making one visit to the frame. You're looking at about at least a 67 break, and at most 73, 74. Like your opponent will require snookers for that. A snooker is when it gets in behind a ball and you're like aiming. Let's say you're aiming for the reds, and like they snooker you in behind the brown with the reds on the other side of the table. And that's what a snooker is. We've also got a Chinese snooker, which is like when the cue was the other side. So let's say the other side of the brown. So not be like the reds are seeable. You can play a shot to them, but you are hampered on the brown. You can make a foul pretty easily. I've done it twice. No, not twice. I don't know how many times, but I know I've done it in the past. Like every player, you have a stance. Now mine is like 45 degrees to the shot, and like my left leg is straight, my right leg is bent. So this is my left leg, this is my right leg, and I'm a left-handed player, but I can play very good left-handed and very good right-handed. But with the rest, so I hold the rest like this, and I play like this with the rest. But it looks as though I'm doing something rude, so let's get off that subject for the time being. Also, snooker is a game of intricacy, so you need quite an aim on you. So like, if you're putting a very tricky brown, you need probably the skill of Ronnie O'Sullivan to do it. And Ronnie O'Sullivan is who I would consider to be the best player of the game. I mean, my top 5 would go Ronnie O'Sullivan, Dennis Taylor, Stephen Hendry, Steve Davis, and Ray Reardon. Now, if you asked me, like, who won the World Championships and in what year, I can remember up to about 1974, I think. I could probably, like, if you said 1986, I'd say Joe Johnson. I probably wouldn't be able to tell you the scoreline, but in that instance I would. It was 18-12, and he beat Steve Davis. Now Joe Johnson was a rank outsider, like he was 150 to 1 odds. I mean, to beat somebody of that calibre at that time was just sublime. Joe Johnson played his utmost best and he just considered it any normal snooker game. I mean, that's what you do going into like the final of like any big ranking event. Like, you clear your mind and just think, it's just another snooker game, I'm sure I'll do my best. If I don't win, well, I've gained some worthy experience. That's how I see it. But I'm at 5 minutes and 20 now, and that was the time of Ronnie O'Sullivan's fastest 147 that he made in April 1997. Now, let me set the scene for you. It's the 14th frame of his last 32 game against Mick Price. And Mick Price has played quite a poor safety shot. And he's left Ronnie O'Sullivan quite a long red to go onto the black. And he's stunned it, maybe a tiny bit of topspin on his part, but it's a really good shot, and it starts like the best 147 made in history, and the fastest, because as I said, it was 5 minutes and 20 seconds. I mean, to do it in that speed, well, he deserved it, because it was flawless. Like, he may have like fucked up like a couple of shots, but he's Ronnie O'Sullivan. He's the best player there's ever graced the game of snooker. I mean, what is snooker without Ronnie O'Sullivan? I mean, the day Ronnie O'Sullivan retires from the game, I will like literally not be in tears, but I will be like heartbroken, because he's been a professional since 1992, winning his first professional title in 1993, the UK Championship, when he was just 17, I think. No, yeah, he was actually coming up for his 18th birthday, but he was very young. I mean, Stephen Hendry didn't win like the World Championships until he was 21, and that was in 1990. But to win a professional tournament, to beat like all the professionals of like yesteryear, to do that at 17, well, that gets a Liam Foster applause. I mean, 17. I'm only 1.5 years away from that, and I'm not even a professional, I'm an amateur. I mean, think of me at 17 being on that circuit. I mean, there's this Chinese wonder kid who plays like snooker, and he's my age, 15. And well, let's just say he plays the game. If I was to be in a match against him, I'd probably win 2 out of the like 19 frames we'd play. I'd probably get smashed by him, like utterly demolished. What? But I'd get like my arse whooped, essentially. Like, I would lose heavily. He'd probably score a couple of centuries. I'd probably score like 1 century at most. I don't think I'd score a 147. Definitely wouldn't. Now that is good. So yeah, let me just introduce it to you. Ronnie O'Sullivan's fastest 147, made at the 1997 World Championships in Sheffield, the Crucible rather. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed Ronnie O'Sullivan making his wonderful 147, and the commentators are Dennis Taylor and John Virgo. So I leave the video with you, and peace. Or rather, my other introduction, which I can't remember, but look at my old videos. So anyway, love you all. Mwah.
14th frame. Like Price to break. 1. Eight. Nine.
Yes, it was just a much too thin a safety
16.
shot that Mick Price played to leave these on for Ronnie.
17. $24. $25. $32. $33.
Well, that's the 5th red and the 5th black coming up. And obviously the red at the bottom of the cluster will pot.
40. 41.
Now,
48.
important now off this red to leave a nice angle on the black.
49.
Well, I think he's overdone that slightly, has he? Or can he force the cue ball into that cluster? He can.
56.
Just wondering if he can get that one into the left centre. Looks as if he can.
57.
This is amazing.
$64. $65.
Well,
72.
one more red and the frame safe, but Ronnie's got other things on
73.
his mind, and so has everybody in the audience.
Well, listen, John, I know you've commentated on a maximum before. I have never, and I'm starting to get a bit excited here. There's a little
81.
matter of £147,000 on offer this year for a maximum break.
$89.
Yes, and I think those two reds below the pink, one of them will pot in the left corner. Oh, they will now. Needs to be a bit lucky. That's okay.
96.
Great chance.
97.
Four
105.
minutes for the century. Amazing.
Right, this is the key shot. Needs a good angle on this red to get on the
112.
black. He's got it just.
113.
Oh, slow down, White. Slow down, White.
$122. $125. $129.
Perfect. Yes, absolutely perfect.
134.
I don't believe this. fantastic maximum break that is. Ronnie O'Sullivan's delighted, the crowd's delighted, John Virgo and I'm delighted. 5 minutes for one unbelievable maximum break. The players are over from the other side of the screen. Sensational. Well, the crowd are going absolutely crazy here at the Crucible Theatre. What a privilege it has been. Well, everyone is just gone berserk here. John, I've never seen anything like that. 5 minutes for a maximum.
Well, the great thing about Ronnie O'Sullivan, and of all the 147s I've seen, and I have seen a few as we've done, and we've seen 3 here at the Crucible, but the speed in which he plays, that's what gets people on the edge of the seats. That was pure excitement. He was running on adrenaline.
15th frame.
Absolutely unbelievable.
And they still won't quieten down.